Ah, damn it. I forgot to take off the damn GIF. Ha! What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of New Book Who Dis. And we got another repeat offender, Mr. Michael Oden. One of my good friends, actually. One of the people that I first started hanging out with in this scene when I started joining in. And one of the first New Book Who Dis. How you doing today, man?
Dude, I'm doing pretty all right. It's a good day. It's beautiful weather outside. SPQR is fully funded, and we're approaching our
Yeah.
our first stretch goal past funding. And it's a good time to be around.
Hell yeah, man. You just knocking it out of the park left and right with all these campaigns, man. You know?
I'm
But
trying.
creating stuff you want to read, you know?
Yeah,
Well, that's the way I look at it. Yeah.
It's definitely one of those things. Like, when I came up with the idea for this, it wasn't even really meant to be a thing. I was very tired.
I
was
sometimes the best ideas.
I work armed security, and so hours for that can be wonky, especially if you have like call offs or people missing.
Sure.
And so there's this 1 week back in like the end of December, and we had 5 people put in quarantine. So I was on.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was on 12-hour shifts almost every day for a single week. And I was working, like the earliest I got off on one of those was 2 a.m. And
damn. Yeah, I've been there.
So I had no sleep.
Right.
And so I was on shift, and this Twitter page / YouTube channel that I follow posted up some new merch where they had important historical figure with one of their most important quotes, but it was JoJo-fied, which JoJo being in reference to the acclaimed series JoJo's Bizarre Adventure by Hirohiko Araki. And I laughed way more than I probably should have. And then I was like, what would be really funny is if I went and I did a drawing of Julius Caesar as a stand user. And it would be even funnier if I had also set up for Pompey to be a stand user. And I based both of these guys off of Jotaro Kujo and Dio Brando from Stardust Crusaders, the protagonist and the antagonist of the series. And
right.
I posted these things up to Twitter. And much to my surprise, I started getting a lot of likes and retweets. And all of a sudden, I've got 5 inboxes being like, "You're going to make this happen, right? This is early concept work for a thing, right? Like, you're
right.
going to do it.
You're going to do this, right? Well, the audience, man, they're crazy and they're fun and they like cool stuff. You know?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go, Feline. Thanks for coming to hang out.
Oh man, we should probably take some time to say hello to the chat.
Absolutely. I figured that was a good segue, talking about how this project in and of itself was kind of influenced by, the audience on Twitter and here on YouTube. So, yes, I forgot to turn off the GIF, I know I was ignoring the chat. What's up, Lola? Thanks for coming to hang out. Appreciate you being here.
Good seeing you, Lola.
Got Lola and Tug
General
coming to hang
Piggy.
out for a new
Hello.
book, Who Dis, tonight at 9. What's going on, General Piggy? Good to see you. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. Appreciate you being here. Oden never goes inside.
I like streaming from I like when it's nice outside. I like being able to be comfortable and outside. I also don't have to worry about Mo Biggs complaining about my lack of lighting. And it prevents me from ever being in the what has become the notoriously known as the grandma chair. But
oh shit!
and it's really unfortunate because I adore that chair. There's it's this lovely, comfortable armchair that my dad used to read stories to me on. But like the last time and I've only ever streamed from there like once, maybe twice.
Right.
And it's just become infamous. Everyone's like, oh, is Oden going to be in the grandma chair?
Right.
Johnny Cage says, don't you dare call Dio an antagonist. He never did anything wrong in his life. Okay.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
Opinion.
What's up, Pedro? Good to see you, brother.
But
Ms. Good Stuff. Thank you for coming. Good to see you.
What's up, Miss
What's
Good
up, American
Stuff?
Comics? Thanks for popping in, man. Appreciate you being here.
Man, look at this chat. It is bumping.
Yeah, man. We got a lot of great people in the chat tonight.
At 1,300. This is awesome.
Thank you guys all for coming to hang out today while we talk about this crazy, bizarre adventure comic. Pedro says, Oden minus Grandma Chair equals no real Oden. Says the possible robot, Pedro. Okay. Whatever, Pedro. Pedrobot.
But goodness.
So this crazy story kind of was born out of just delirium trolling on the internet, and then
sleep deprived self-indulgence is how I like to describe it.
Sleep deprived self-indulgence. Well,
there's a tilt of alliteration in there, and it's classy. But
I myself cannot pass up an opportunity for alliteration. I mean, I don't know if you've seen my Topicless Tuesday Twitter posts.
I mean, I am aware. I've been there. I was in the Topicless chat until it got nuked because people were. I can't even be like, I was one of the fucking violators. Just posting retweets.
This shit happens, man.
I had to apologize about this on another chat the other day. I was like, hey man, I literally just see a group and I'm like, oh, I know people in there that I like. I'll post my thing in there, and they'll be like, oh, cool, Oden's done something, and they'll retweet it.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man. Well, I mean, it got to be too much. It's just everybody was dumping, everything, and
that's usually how it goes. It's a floodgate. Once one person does it, all of a sudden, it's freaking it. I think the old like writers prose chat got turned into like retitled Link Graveyard. And it's just
the old topic list got retitled into Link Wasteland. So
that's what it was.
It happens. I mean, there's a time and a place, and there's groups already set up for that kind of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm fine with a little bit of discussion. I'm definitely fine with people sharing like a picture, that they've been working on or something like that. But like constant, oh, this is a tweet that I just made. Please go like the tweet, and then go check out the link. It's like, okay, that gets a little bit much when everybody's doing
Twitter
it.
For a reason, dingus. Like,
yeah, exactly. And I realize everybody wants, we all want to be seen immediately, but Twitter don't work like that. It takes time for it to work through the gears and whatnot.
Absolutely.
But yeah, shit rolls on, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I don't really know anything about JoJo. To be honest, I've watched like an episode with my buddy Casey a long time ago. I watched the thing and I turned and looked at him and was like, "You fucking serious with this shit?"
Oh man!
So
that's the point.
Can you give people kind of like an idea of the level of ridiculousness that is JoJo?
So effectively, how I like to describe JoJo is take every stereotype that you have about most anime minus tentacle porn.
What's up, Bascom?
And like all the things that people joke about with anime, with it being too over the top, with it being flamboyant, with it being all of these things. Take that and then multiply it by 1,000 because they just steer into the skid with it. JoJo just gets fucking insane. Quite possibly. So the first part, Phantom Blood, is a bit slow. Mm-hmm. And I always tell people that are getting into the series, like, look, man, the first part is 8 episodes. Just portion it out throughout a week where you just do 1 episode a night and then you can watch something else. But you need the context of part 1. You cannot skip it. Like, you need it. like every season of JoJo has a different JoJo, but like if you lose out on the context from part 1, there is so much stuff you miss in Stardust, which is like the iconic JoJo season.
Right.
But I remember the moment that I genuinely fell in love with JoJo was in part 2, Battle Tendencies. This bad guy is coming after the new JoJo, Joseph. And Joseph realizes who he is, and just from out of nowhere, he materializes a Tommy gun and just starts fucking laying lead down. And like they even address it in the show. The character that JoJo's with, who's called Smokey, literally goes, "Where the hell did he get the Tommy gun? He was sitting 5 seconds ago." Like it completely knows what it is. It's completely self-aware. And it is phenomenal. It is so like once you realize like exactly what this show is and you embrace it, it is the funniest shit ever. And it gets more and more ridiculous as it goes on. Stardust Crusaders is great. He is always fabulous. He is one of my favorite antagonists.
So the stylistic influence of the manga and the anime is because it was created by a fashion designer. No, is that correct? I mean, I looked into it a little bit.
I don't know if he himself is a fashion designer. It's the same guy who did Fist of the North Star, right?
Okay, that explains why the anatomy seems familiar.
Yeah,
like the way it's drawn. Okay.
He did Fist of the North Star. Pedro Ang says that Hirohiko Araki is a fashion designer too. And I know that he is very influenced by fashion, and it's definitely apparent in
just the way the characters are designed. You know, the way they're dressed. What's up, good stuff? Good to see you.
Like
thanks for coming to hang out, brother.
Once you get past part 3 of JoJo Stardust Crusaders, the characters start to get less beefcake and more effeminate and flamboyant, and their designs are just off the wall modern fashion. Like the way that I have talked to Golden Wind about people, I adore Golden Wind, and Giorno might be my favorite JoJo. But like the way that I talk to people about it is like, if you had told me 10 years ago that my favorite anime was going to be about a bunch of Italian metrosexual gangsters fighting a war against drugs, I would have smacked you in the face. But holy shit, is Golden Wind so fun.
Okay.
But like you know, that's goodness. That is where all of this stuff started. It's just this JoJo is just this ridiculous concept. And it's got it's got that flair for the dramatic. It's got all of the style and everything. And you pair that with Roman history.
Okay, that's what
seemingly perfect blend that no one would ever have thought of in their right mind. And then when you see it on paper, you just go, that works. That really works. That shouldn't work. But it does.
Okay.
And that's kind of how I felt the entire creative process for this. When I wrote the script, I was just like, this has no right being anywhere near as good as it is. It really doesn't. And I know that it's good because I sent it to people that would tell me if it wasn't. And they were just like, I don't know how you did this, but this is fantastic.
I don't know why this is so great, but it is. That's funny.
Then like Kari's art just speaks for itself. Johnny Cage is commenting that we both need to take better care of our lungs. I am outside, and I'm going to guess that the pollen count is pretty high because I am sucking
I just need to start walking more, Johnny. Otherwise, my lungs are fine. I mean, have you not heard me scream and growl and sing?
Pedro Ang is asking, Romans were known for using a lot of wing. Did that inform the JoJo influence? Maybe subconsciously. Like it certainly makes the glittering make sense.
Lord, stay away from glitter. Stuff is
not is JoJo,
fucking fairy herpes.
Everything's bright and sparkly.
Bored. So is everything going to? I mean, this is. Hang on.
Let's go ahead and bring up the degree that it is in JoJo. We do have a fantastic homage, but I did want it to have its kind of own identity, where it's kind of this nice blend. So there is some more of the like realism element of like historical stuff in its aesthetic, but it's very much a true to form JoJo homage.
By the way, I just want to point out that every time you say JoJo, I hear the lyrics from the Beatles' Get Back. JoJo was a man who thought he was a loner, but knew it couldn't last. Every time.
There's a very good chance that probably inspired the name of the series, because most characters are named after rock bands, and their abilities are named after songs.
Well, shit. Now I've got a hook to actually go check this out. Interesting.
The main villain of the series is named Dio Brando, and that is not an accident.
Well, I mean, Dio is Italian for God. That's why Dio took the name.
Also a metal singer.
Well, yes, that's why Dio took the name, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that is why he is named Dio Brando. They have a character literally named Baron Zeppeli for Led Zeppelin. And
oh shit. Okay.
And you've got why am I blanking on AO Speedwagon? There is a character that is named after Audio Speedwagon named AO Speedwagon.
What's up, Shadowhawk? Good to see you.
Like
AO Speed. Okay. All right. So it's definitely yeah.
He makes no freaking no attempt to hide it. It is blatantly there, and it's fun. Mm-hmm. It completely just owns what it is.
Okay, well, I mean, it wears its influences on its sleeve. I'm cool with that. Yeah. I mean, it's JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
Yes.
And
it lives up to that name very well.
Yeah. All right. So you're taking Roman history and you're adding a little bit of bizarre to it. Is that the case? Okay.
Yeah. It's not exactly accurate Roman history, but it's fun.
It is historical fiction of the highest, most epic embellishment, right?
The setting's certainly accurate. And that's about it.
This happened in this place, but not quite like this.
Julius Caesar did, in fact, cross the Rubicon, at this date and everything like that. Did he have an all-out brawl with Pompey Magnus in the middle of it with stands? No. Do I care? No.
How bizarre. Yes.
Damn it!
I'll get you for that later. All right, we're going to go ahead and play the trailer here, so that'll hopefully clear the song out of my head.
Don't worry, this one will get etched to your brain.
Excellent. Fantastic.
She averaged about a page a day.
Ooh,
so this is just a tease of what the collector box looks like. It's just like a template.
Right. Well, go ahead.
You can choose to play that or not. It's literally, this is the Bizarre Collector's box and what
Okay.
it will look like.
Awesome. We will come back to that when we're...
Here's a time-lapse video.
Oh, okay. Like that. You know, I really do like the ability of the new illustration software to record everything, so you can actually get a time lapse of stuff like this.
Yeah.
You know, and it's I don't know, it's always fun to see the working process. At least for me, it's always fun to see the working process of the artist. It's a
blast, man.
You know, how things start out in the beginning, and then, you know, you realize, oh, this isn't quite working. I need to switch it up to something else, you know?
Yep.
Ooh, I got all kinds of stuff up here. Elysian Fields Remastered, because that's also what this campaign is about.
Yeah, you know, and that's what this initially started as, is that I was remastering Elysian Fields.
Yeah.
We had done the 0 issue along with the Embrace. And before I did the next Elysian Fields book, I felt like it was probably the right call to have Pyramid Gambit updated as well, so its colors reflected that. You know, that same aesthetic. But we were having a lot of issues with traction with that initially. You know, I launched the sign up page for the remaster back in late September, early October,
Right.
And within a few weeks, we barely scrapped 50 signups. You know, and I actually had a few of my audience reach out and say, "Look, this is really cool, but I already have this book. I think I'm going to miss out."
Right.
And so, like, I had kind of just had it sitting there for a while. I had other stuff that was going on personally. And so there was just other things to focus on. And then this idea came out of left field. And within a week of shifting all of the marketing focus to SPQR and retailoring our campaign and the sign-up page and what have you to this, we jumped to 150 signups.
That's awesome.
We were close to 200 before launch. I think we had like 175 or 180. Like we were real close to 200 signups.
Well, I mean, it's too good an opportunity to pass up, man. I mean, you got this idea, you got a campaign ready to go, and you know it gives people extra incentive.
Yeah,
you know,
it gives them something new.
It does.
And
by the way, I just hang on a second. I want to point out that you are not helping. Thank you very much for this, by the way, and thank you for instigating, Brad. See there, yeah, hood stuff. I like it. Wow, thanks for showing up, Pale Rider. Good to see you, man. I love this chat. You guys are fucking awesome.
Yes.
See, good stuff is good. He likes being hood stuff too. There you go.
Good stuff is hood stuff.
Mm-hmm. Get you. All right. So, tell us how you found your artist. How did you? Because this requires this particular project requires a specific type of art in order to pull it off correctly.
Does. And I really lucked out as we've established. But
this looks like a legit, straight up manga. Something that we would get in the shop.
And ironically, I found her because of the colorist of Elysian Fields. So Avery Ferdinand does a lot of color work for a lot of manga style artists.
Excellent.
And so I hit him up when people were asking me about if I'm gonna do this, and I was like, "Do you know anyone that can imitate Araki that would be able to do a good homage to that?" Because if I can't find that kind of an artist,
right,
this shtick won't work. And within a matter of seconds, he's like, "Kari Salviejo, here's her stuff. Get in touch with her."
Mm-hmm.
And I had her do one character sheet of Julius Caesar and his stand, and I was like, "Yeah, you're hired."
All right. Well, there you go.
This is the way it is.
Mm-hmm.
And she has been phenomenal. And I made the update on the campaign, letting people know the art for the book is 100% complete.
Look at this artwork too. Look at this.
The letters for the book are 100% complete and revised.
Shit. Oh wow.
The print file is being reviewed currently by the people I've brought on to make sure that the digital prints are good. And the digital copy of the book will be going out to the backers that back SPQR, obviously, at the end of the week.
Oh wow. There you go. So like instant, almost instant gratification. Like, and look at the quality of the artwork here. I mean, this is going to be an epic showdown. Look at this. The disinterested look. This is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's been a blast to work on, and then this is
almost abrasive to my eyes. It's so brightly colored.
It's so good though. It's so
oh, it's fucking beautiful. Are you kidding me?
I'm not gonna bother trying to say his last name, but Inkart Louis, who's a brilliant artist on that you can follow on Instagram, gorgeous. All social medias. I highly recommend you do. He was gracious. I almost didn't get a hold of him. He had a commission drop out, and this was phenomenal. And so it was initially just going to be for the pre-launch backers. We have a special wraparound holofoil cover of the book.
Okay, I was going to ask if this was going to be a wraparound cover because it's perfectly planned out to have the saddle stitch go right down the center.
Exactly. And so
or a spine. Yeah.
So
well done.
This was going to be an exclusive for the pre-launch guys.
Shit.
As a wraparound holofoil cover of the book that was a special edition with its own art gallery and everything, because Kari did reworks of a bunch of pages, so you get to see how she originally did it and compare it to how she did it in the book, what made it to the final cut. But we went on Bancroft, and Bancroft's like, you need to find a way to get this to your customers. So now, for every single person that backs this campaign, you will get a mini print of this piece.
It's fucking gorgeous. Hell yeah, that's awesome. So you guys get you get the super bright and awesome. And now I'm hungry. Making a po' boy. I am a po' boy. All right, so tell us a little bit about the remaster of this.
All right, so
Elysian Fields.
Elysian Fields was the first series that I did, and it's effectively Mortal Kombat with mythological heroes, and that's really what it is. You've got these badass heroes from myth. They're fighting each other in a tournament in the underworld to make sure that their respective god of the dead becomes the next person that rules over the underworld. And when we did these books, we got some great feedback on the storytelling and everything like that. But the one thing that we kind of got dinged on was the color work.
Right.
And it wasn't that the color work was bad, but it was a bit flat, and that a dedicated colorist would be able to better flesh out the tones and everything like that and elevate the artwork to a whole other level. And I have a rule when it comes down to stuff like this, where it's if I hear this and it's a common criticism and it's across multiple people, I think I have mine at 10. If I hear 10 people make the same comment about the same thing, that is not a matter of stylistic preference. That is an actual observation. And so
it's not a fluke. It's not just I
wouldn't even call it like a fluke. It's because people have different tastes. People enjoy certain things better than other things, and so
certain things resonate, certain things don't.
Exactly. But if you have a group of 10 people and they have the same complaint about the same thing, well, that's no longer a stylistic preference. That is this is something that needs to be fixed. And so I did. I went and I got a hold of a dedicated colorist. We remastered the Zero issue, and it was beautiful. And so now we're remastering Pyramid Gambit, which is the second book in the series. Or I guess technically the first. But, the results speak for themselves. So if you scroll down a little bit, you can see like what the original colors look like.
Oh, right.
And like, as I said, they're not bad, but they're a bit flat. Now let's see what happens when Avery gets a hold of the colors. And it's night and day.
A little more punch, a little more dynamic. It allows for the impact that scene's supposed to have.
Yeah, you have a more metallic sheen on the armor. There's better definition in the muscle structure. There's like all this stuff, and that just comes from having somebody separate to work on the colors of the book.
Right. And, focus.
Yeah, and so it was one of those things that it was a way that we could elevate the product, and it's worked. It's absolutely beautiful. The remaster for this is over halfway done when the campaign closes out and what have you. The goal is to have that print file ready within a week of that. But yeah, like that's the whole point, is that we're trying to give people an opportunity to catch up on our past catalog, get a hold of things that they might have missed. And like, if you missed the Elysian Fields series, you now get it in this form that really amps it up a notch. And then, it gives previous backers a way to kind of do to elevate the product as well, and have that experience for when the next one of those books comes out.
It's keeping up with your audience, maintaining a presence, and also the remasters. It shows that you were listening to your customers, paying attention to what they said the shortcomings were, and from there on, man, it seems like you've had nothing but quality compatriots on your projects.
It has definitely been a really great journey coming this far, and but yeah, man, and we've got a lot of great offerings on this campaign. Our best,
you got like everything in here. Like, go ahead and tell me a little bit about this, and then we'll jump back up.
I am so proud of this featured tier, especially in the wake of certain campaigns where things are very overpriced. I won't point any names out there, but most people, I think, know what that is about. I did everything that I could to make sure that we had a featured tier that got everybody caught up on everything, got them the best value for their buck, and was under $100 before shipping, and still
that's awesome.
Make sure that I came out green a little bit. It's not a lot, but it's enough to where if we get enough of them, it makes a difference. And what you get in this package is just an absolutely fantastic value. You get the Embrace, which if you missed out on that, I mean,
you guys need to go get that.
The feedback on the Embrace has been exceptionally positive. You get both Elysian Fields books. You get you get SPQR's Bizarre Adventure. You get mini prints of all the pinups from the previous campaigns. You get an Embrace T-shirt, and you get a metal art print of the art from the box, which are the character concepts drawn by Kari, colored by Xevious. And it all comes in a 10 by 9 by 4 collector box. Yeah. I see you, good stuff. Yeah, I'm going to be there. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, it's going to be a long night, but I will be there.
Accurate, Fastmaster Dan. Accurate.
But yeah.
That's a hell of a package, man. Like that, just all of that content in that box. That's great.
And I really wanted to make sure it had that value, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But
did you put all of the tiers down here as
yeah,
well?
as well. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, since these have bigger pictures, we'll just go ahead and scroll through this. This is much easier. Thank you.
Yeah. I aim to please, man.
This is great. Okay, so the basic book just by itself, if you just want the bizarre adventure of the Rubicon Invaders, you can get it for $10. You know, how many pages? 25, right?
Yes.
Right there.
25 pages of story. I think all in all, it's 32 pages together. And it is printed right to left. It is a traditional manga book.
Oh shit!
And it even has the proper manga sizing. It is effectively going to be a little manga takuban.
I didn't even know that was a word, but okay, is that like what they refer to as floppies?
The little manga books are the little graphic novels. Those are called takubans.
Okay, so like the volume 1, volume 2, volume 3s that we get in the store.
It's going to be effectively like a little one of those because it's only 25 pages.
Right, and most of those are usually about 100.
Yeah, like 100 to 120. They're big. They're because it collects an entire arc. It's effectively a trade paperback.
Yeah, exactly, because they're coming from I mean, 25 pages like this in one of the, like, what is it, a shonen over there that they do those?
Yeah, so, like they're different magazines. Like Shonen Jump is one of the most prominent ones. It's the one that has like Dragon Ball, JoJo, Naruto, One Piece. Like Shonen Jump will have we'll have that, but like, you know, Young Animals, what produces Berserk. But like effectively these things are published in periodicals, little chapters. Thank you so much, Pedro. Indeed, past Master.
What's up, Devil Flyer? Welcome.
But yeah, so if you just want the book, that's what you get, is $10 for that. You know, shipping's a little bit more than I would have liked, but we're trying to make sure that everything gets shipped out by email.
Right.
And then Elysian Fields Issue 0 Remaster, $10. And we are also doing a holofoil version of the remaster that's very limited for $30. That will be signed and numbered by me.
Now, I can attest to the holofoils being of very high quality. The shiny is very shiny.
Yes,
and
it will not
this
be
piece, holy shit.
It will not be the same
piece.
It will not be the same company that did the Zero issue. But like I tested the printer that we were going to use for this, and I had them print one out, and it is beautiful.
Okay.
Hence why I have the picture of it, and it's already got the holofoil sheen on it a bit.
Yeah. No, it looks like it looks good. It's very hard to take a picture of this kind of stuff.
Oh, dude,
the picture never quite does it justice, nor does camera. But yeah, if the person knows what they're doing, if the printer knows what they're doing, then it turns out gorgeous. All right, so you can get that for just $30 if that's what you're looking for. This is like a smorgasbord of like all of your stuff, man.
Yep.
You know, this is
that's
great.
The point.
Okay, see, offering exactly what the customers want, so they can get it.
And so Pyramid Gambit Remastered, $25. It's 52 pages of story plus a character roster with biographies in it, and then a fan art gallery. So it's got its worth in the pages there, and it's the reviews for it speak for themselves.
Right.
Outstanding feedback on both Elysian Fields books. And then, you've got The Embrace, which,
great book.
This book really took us off. And so when it comes down to The Embrace, what you didn't have on the Embrace campaign, but what you do now are some fantastic pieces of Embrace merch. The first the first one being the Embrace T-shirt with the
You did this with me in mind, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh. You like
Duh.
t-shirts. You wear them in the shop. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. So, so it
Nice.
says available in small, medium, large, XL, double XL. But if you do need a bigger shirt than that, just let me know. It's just Indiegogo doesn't allow me to put more than like 5 items, like 5 options to an item. So
Right.
like I don't have that available as like an option. But that's not even the coolest thing. The coolest thing on this campaign, in my opinion, it is very much slept on, which I am very surprised, is the Embrace plushie. Look at that adorable bastard.
Look at that
Look at him.
Look
And
at
you
that
want to know what? You want to know what? That thing is 18 inches. It is 1.5 feet.
Wow, so this is a fairly sizable plushie. I mean, it's about yay big, yeah?
Like
wow.
And so he's soft, he's snuggly, he has all the hands.
18 inches, you said?
Yeah.
So this is 15, 16. So yeah, that's actually more like that then. I mean, that's a big plushie.
Yeah, he big.
Yeah.
And so he has all the hands for all the hugs and all the high fives. And he's snuggly, he's soft, and I mean, just look at him. Don't you just want that?
What's up, Pops? Thanks for coming to hang out, man.
But yeah, man, like this one we've gotten people in, people have been. It is available as an add-on on every tier of the book. It does, even if you add it on, it does have its own shipping thing because it's going to be shipped separately.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's yeah.
And then we come to the final. Well, I guess it's not even the final tier of the campaign anymore because there was one added as a stretch goal. But we come to the final of the original, quasi-original tiers of the campaign. Yes, I am a JoJo reference. So, what this does, and I'm just going to read the description because it's you too can gain stando power by purchasing this tier. A fully colored commission will be made to turn you into a JoJo stand user. This commission will then be used as your personal cover of a special edition of the book. The tier will come with an A4 sized print of your commission, your JoJo cover, and the normal cover of the book.
Damn. I mean, that's pretty fucking cool. You know, that is a very unique.
We have sold
unique
3
tier.
of 5. There are 2 left.
2 left. 2 left. That's the kind of cool, unique collectible that that we can offer in this environment. You know,
Johnny Cage says, "Bitch, don't tease me like that. I ain't got that kind of money." What do you mean, man? You're doing commissions left and right. I see you post art.
Well, see, that was built for you, Johnny. I mean, I got the T-shirt. You got this because I'm not even sure what stando power is, but you know.
So in part 3, so the initial ability in JoJo is called Hamun, which is a breathing technique that allows you to infuse your punches with the power of sunlight that is powerful against demons and shit. But then they introduce a new concept called stands, which are ethereal constructs that represent your soul, and they punch shit for you, and they have special abilities. Is probably the easiest way to explain that.
Dig it. Okay, cool. All right, so now you said that there is another tier added.
It's probably better for you to just scroll all the way down to the stretch goals because it was added there. There we go. When we funded, we unlocked the Mo Biggs's tier mug with 2 G's. So Mo Biggs's ardent hatred for this weebery is no secret. So we made him a JoJo character with his AR-15 orangutan as his stand. This mug promises to bring some extra salt to whatever you drink. And if you enjoy your copy of SPQR's Bizarre Adventure while drinking from it, you can almost hear the vexed mod screaming, "Y'all need Weebhab," as his tears fuel your experience. Nine Realms Publishing does not own the rights to ARO and has been allowed a one-time license to this property, much to Mo's chagrin.
I fucking love that write-up. Much to Mo's chagrin.
And if you back this,
it's fucking great.
If you back the mug, there is a secret add-on that you can only get when you purchase the mug.
Secret add-on.
It's it's not much of a secret now because people have bought it, but that's how we're going to market it.
Yeah, hey, you know what? That's the story, and we're sticking to it. Speaking of sticking to it, the Embrace Sticky Hand, which I can attest is really cool. Closing the door.
That was the whole
It's
thing.
in the studio.
I initially had people be like, "Are you just like do you just have a bunch of these things left over and are reusing them?" I was like, "No, I have 10 left from the original campaign. I'll have to get more." But Dean and I had an agreement. Every single time that we do an Embrace campaign, sticky hands are involved. They have to.
Why not? Yeah.
If the Embrace is available for purchase, sticky hands will come with the Embrace. But the other thing that you get is you get stickers of the Elysian Fields trading cards that we did back during Pyramid Gambit with art done by Luke Stone.
Yeah.
And then
thank you, Feline. Appreciate that.
4,600.
Both of these.
Yeah.
Well, appreciate it. Good stuff. Thank you. Smack that like button.
Yeah.
Smack
At 4,600, we have the Elysian Fields magnet, which is pretty sexy.
Yeah, that's a badass image right there. It kind of the pose kind of reminds me of a Rosetta piece. It's just like this Roman centurion statue, and just the way he was standing, just the body language, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was a statue. The painting was of a statue of a Roman centurion,
which is awesome. That's a good decision. Yeah. And then 5,000, the Embrace Standee.
Ooh, shit! Look at that.
Yeah, man, that thing looks pretty damn cool. And we're not that far away from that. I think we're 1,200 away.
Nice. And what do you need to get to get to that? Okay, 5,000.
5,000. 1,200. Yeah. Not that far.
Yeah.
Not that far at all.
It's within spitting distance almost. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we get to this.
Oh,
this thing that gives me joy. All right. So if you are a fan of JoJo and you have seen Part 4 Golden Wind, you
take it easy, Woodrow. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Have a good one, man.
Have a good one. I'm sorry you had an hour-long drive to work. That's
yeah, dude.
So if you've seen Golden Wind, you are more than aware of the 7-page Muda. And so here we have Giorno Giovanna and his stand, Golden Wind, or Golden Experience, I apologize. And there is a sequence in Part 4 where Giorno is fighting this one particular villain, and for 7 pages in the manga, he just pummels the shit out of him. And the stands have war cries when they're doing it. Giorno's war cry is the same as his dad Dio. It's Muda, which is Japanese for worthless, right? But I can't rightfully have Julius Caesar, a Roman, saying Japanese. Yeah, you're right, Johnny. I'm sorry. Part 5. Tired. Um, but so uh, I can't rightfully have Julius Caesar saying anything in Japanese. He's a Roman.
Right.
So Julius Caesar's stand calls out Awe, which is Latin for hail, but it has the same amount of syllables as
Uh-huh.
Muda, and it is short and it's great. It's good times. So if we hit 5,600, which is only 1,600 away,
Right.
um, we will unlock the 7-page Awe. So an additional 6 pages of the book will be added because the first page is already set up.
Mm-hmm.
We have it set up so that way we can easily just add in the other 6. And it will be a 7-page sequence of Julius Caesar pummeling Pompey Magnus's face in.
And shit, man, you are literally you're less than $2,000 away from that. Like less than 2K away from that. So I mean, once you get the last stretch goal, or once you
So
get the embrace
1,800.
standee,
Yeah.
man, oh man, you just not far away from that one either. So this is great, dude. You've got 14 days left on the campaign, right?
Yep. And so the way that this is
man.
working is, I know that normally Indiegogo is what a lot of people do, is they do the 30 days and then they extend and go in demand. But the whole point of this is fast turnaround. These books, the plan is to have fulfillment start in June, assuming that we don't run into any printing issues.
Right. Well, I mean, given how things have been going in that sector usually, or recently, I should say.
Yeah, But the fact of the matter is that 95% of this stuff is already done. We are trying to make sure that we get this shit out to you as fast as possible. So when we're going to finish out the 30 days, and then the plan is to go in demand and give people a chance to get in before we finalize numbers at the printer and have all the merchandise here, or at least have the tracking numbers for the merchandise to be able to track its status.
Right.
And then turn this around and get everything fulfilled. And the other big goal to this is, right now we have funded, and this will take care of the costs of production and fulfillment, everything like that, but it's not going to leave a lot left over. The goal is to get us as far along as possible so that we have a war chest. And what we're going to do with that war chest is we will invest in the next book. And when we have, depending on how much we're able to bring in, will determine how much we can get completed before we launch the next campaign. And again, create a situation where you are not waiting for 6 months to get your book. You are waiting for maybe 2.
Yeah, so it's a more regular turnaround time.
Yep.
Well, I mean, setting up a machine like that. I mean, that's again. I know everybody hears me say it, but that's what Brian Pulido did. He started with Lady Death. He did his first campaign, reinvested that, and just started building and building. Now, granted, people know Lady Death and they know Pulido and they knew exactly what they were getting. But that's not to say that new creators can't use that method. I mean, see, you build, little bits at a time, baby steps, and then. And we were talking earlier. This is your fourth campaign now, right?
Yep, 4th campaign.
Yep, and all the other ones fulfilled, and just rocking and rolling on, building 9 realms. You got a catalog of stuff now.
Yep, and it's only going to keep growing. One of the campaigns that I am looking to do this year, if things go according to plan, will not have 1 book. It will have 2 to 3.
Yeah.
Like 2 to 3 separate IPs that are brand new. I have over 12 scripts written and ready for art to be done to it. But the only thing holding me back is the fact that, money.
Money,
So,
yeah. Money, I mean, being able to hire artists, to hire talent, yeah. I mean, but hiring the right people for the job, and making sure that they are paid appropriately is important. Happy workers, happy, happy. I don't want to say employees. Happy, co-creators. Creating cool stuff together. Yes, it's fun, but yes, it's also a business, and you gotta treat your business partners appropriately. You can't.
Correct.
You gotta pay people what they are worth, so they feel like their time is valued. I mean, nothing makes a person leave a job, a position, a gig, more than not feeling appreciated, not feeling like their time is valued. So, and I mean, if you look at the artwork that's being produced for this, you can tell that everybody is having fun. Look at this smug, plushy little bastard.
Yeah,
he wants you to take him home.
He's adorable. If we can get up to 50 of those plushies sold by the end, it's a good. That'll be a good thing, and I'll be able to order enough where we will have plenty of back stock, and I'll even put it up on a store. So if people just want to buy more of them, they can. Yeah, I know it is.
There you go.
He's adorable. We've sold around 15 right now, so we gotta get them numbers up. But if I can get 50,
let all your chibi loving friends know.
Yes,
plushies unite.
Exactly.
So the artwork, that's the same artwork that you use for the metallic card that came with the Embrace. Yeah. Ah, cool. So that's on the back, and then the logo's on the front. Very cool. Okay. Yeah, it's a cool shirt, man. I love the artwork.
Yeah,
the colors, just that whole piece turned out
absolutely great. Fantastic work done by Booty Juice and Paul.
100%. Guys, this is an amazing campaign. There's all kinds of stuff on here to check out. I mean, and if you like everything that you've seen here, you got this elite culture, this package of elite culture, under $100. I mean, and that gets you just everything except for like the super high tiers.
Well, I mean, as I said, you can add on the plushie to any of these tiers. The only thing is that I'm not like, I initially wanted the plushie to be in the package of elite culture, but it's just too big, and the shipping is just going to be too much. It's going to be something that is shipped separately.
I mean, that makes sense. You gotta look at it logistically. What is logistically cost effective when sending something like that? Because you want it to arrive safe and sound, and all look good and not be damaged when it gets there. You don't want to damage any of the other stuff you're shipping with it. So I mean, logistics, man, logistics.
Absolutely.
Is there anything else that you want to say about this campaign and what you got going on before we?
If you are a fan of the Embrace and you are looking for more Embrace content, you want to get us to 10K.
Oh shit, that's right. We didn't get all the way down to the last stretch goal. Hang on, scrolly.
The last stretch goal is a secret.
Shh, it's a secret.
But if you want more Embrace content, you want to get us to 10K. The add-on that you will get is free. It will be included with every package that is purchased. And you will be very, 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 very happy with what it is. But we got to get to 10K first.
Well, you heard it here. And on the way, you'll get the DeBello Chibi stickers.
Yeah, I don't have a picture for those yet because the chippy's still being designed. So
awesome. Well, this is a hell of a campaign, man. I'm impressed with the variety of content and the fucking mug.
The Mo mug is genius. I'm not sure if you saw the launch stream on B Rose,
No.
But that thing was a fucking bloodbath because Mo was just timing people out left and right. And like people were even like messaging me. Like, I didn't even say anything bad. I just got timed out. It's like, it's because Mo hates the Weebery. Just play along.
The Weebery.
And so literally the entire chat just turned into martyrs. And whenever they'd come back from being timed out, they would post some like anime reference and Japanese shit. And everyone was just getting timed out left and right. And it turned into this massive bloodbath. And everyone just turned on Mo. And we were joking. And B Rose was like, you should make a tier for Mo Biggs's tears bucket. And I just said, oh, that's brilliant. And then I was like, wait a second, we can like it'd be better as a coffee mug.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, I approve. Coffee mugs are great.
So yeah, we had that piece done. He begrudgingly allowed me the license. I approached him and was and pleaded as hard as I could at his feet. And he grumbled, he moaned, but eventually he went fine. And so
that's awesome. Well, I mean, it's fitting for this kind of campaign. Actually, it's fitting because the story kind of came about because you were just messing around and your audience said, "Yo, we want this," and then you launched, and the mug came about because of what happened on the launch stream. So yeah. I mean, it's perfect. It fits the campaign perfectly. Well, guys, I want to thank everyone for coming to hang out early. I know this is an early one for me. I don't normally do them this early in the afternoon, so I appreciate everybody popping by to say hi. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I will be on with Tug and Lola tonight at 9 p.m. for another New Book Who Dis. Links are in the description for this campaign. And all kinds of other good stuff down there. My wise feline friend, Flying Feline, has been posting the links in the chat as well for this campaign and other links as well. Anything else you want to say before we pop on out?
Nah, man. Just thank you so much for being here. For not being here, for having me on here. I am.
Of course, man. Like I said, you're one of the first people I had on this show, so you're always welcome, brother.
Absolutely, and I genuinely appreciate that. To everyone in the chat, thanks so much for coming to hang out with us. If you aren't already following me, you can follow me on Twitter at @ElysianFields_0. You can hit us up on Facebook at 9 Realms Publishing and on YouTube 9 Realms Publishing. And then you already know SPQR's live. We're funded but not done. Let's get as close to 10K as we can. If we can push over the 10K, but by the time we finish in demand, you guys are gonna be pretty stoked. It might push our timeline back a little bit, but it's going to be worth it.
Oh, that makes me think I think that add-on is going to be well worth it. The way you're talking, I have an idea. So anyway, I think you guys I think you guys definitely want to jump in on this. But thank you all so much for coming to hang out, and we will see you later. Peace.